When I was 17, I saw an advert for the Royal Marines. It said 99.99% need not apply. Being the cocky 17-year-old I was at the time, I thought, you know what, I can be the 0.01%. It was when in Afghanistan and things went a bit not to plan, let's say. I was on a routine foot patrol, one that I'd done many times before. My best mate Ian was leading the way and I was the second man. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, so it was pitch black. He jumped over this ditch and unfortunately what he didn't see was a tripwire which was attached to 2 bombs. In that one split second, I suffered 27 separate injuries. When I got back home to Liverpool as an amputee, now out the Marines, I had no idea what direction life would take me in. And to be honest, I didn't actually care at that moment. I had some very small goals. They were simple things like being able to walk the dog, get the newspaper and walk back, being pain-free. Your small everyday goals might be a night class or trying to spend more time with the family. You might find in life that those small goals that you set that may seem insignificant can actually bring you the most joy. A big accomplishment of mine, which was so hard at the time, was learning to run again. Putting my running blade on for the first time felt so alien to me, and it was so hard to put up with the pain and persevere. But eventually I did, and to be able to run for the first time was the best feeling in the world. I trained and I trained and I trained. Eventually I ended up breaking the world record and becoming the fastest single leg amputee in the world, over 10,000 metres. My goal immediately switched to becoming the fastest single leg amputee over a marathon distance, but I completely underestimated just how tough a marathon was. I eventually did complete a marathon in a time of 4 hours 20, but it was over an hour and a half slower than the actual world record. I actually look at myself in the mirror and think, that's not for me. It's all about adapting and overcome. I've set myself more goals, new challenges, and definitely challenges that I'm better equipped to achieve. When it comes to making a new goal part of your life, the thing I like to do is write it down. I like to put it somewhere where I can see it every day. Then I need to find a schedule that's going to work around that goal. I need a budget towards it and potentially make sacrifices that are going to get me to that goal. Tell as many friends and family as you can about it. Make it something you talk about all the time. I always joke and say that you do not need to get blown up in Afghanistan and lose a leg to realise life can be tough. Some of my biggest challenges now are juggling the school run with work, with the dog walks, with the gym. I think it's so important to just jump at every opportunity that comes your way. Some of the best adventures I've been on is when things just happen straight out of the blue. I've put my hand up and give it a go. I once learned how to surf with one leg. I'd never surfed a day in my life when I had 2 legs. I think it's okay not to feel okay when you're trying something new. When I started running, I was always the slowest one in the group. Trying something new can be really daunting at times, but again, it can also be really exciting. My advice would be, challenge yourself, try new things, try and live your life on the edge of your comfort zone, because I've found that's when a lot of the special times happen.